I'm back. So anyway, if you watched the last video, I'm gonna finish telling you, I'm pick up where I left off at. The guy, and if the ones who, if you just clicking on this video, watch the video before this. I started telling about this guy that I met, and I started telling the story, and I was like, some may not want to hear about this story, so I'm just gonna stop the video right there, and then I start another video and finish telling you about the guy, because some people may not want to know that, but it's a kind of interesting story to me. So, well, anyway, towards the end it get very interesting. So anyway, we'll go on, and so what we do? We exchange phone number. Cause I told him I gotta go. I got shit to do. I gotta go. I can't stand here and talk to you all damn day while you hooking up to your load, getting ready to go, and then gonna leave me here. I got to go get my load now. Yeah, I'm just going right down the street, but still, it's right down the street. I ain't going straight to my load. I gotta go to the store. I need time. So anyway, y'all, moving on. Me and guy, well, we started communicating. We started talking on the phone. Well, I don't know where the hell he was going. Oh, we followed each other. We both was going to West Memphis. We both was going to West Memphis. So we trailed each other all the way to West Memphis. Actually, nope, that's a lie. We caught up to each other in Little Rock, around Little Rock, somewhere around Little Rock. Before you get all the way into Little Rock. Because like I said, I had to go pick up my load. He was leaving out with his load. So he waited on me in Little Rock. I was like, oh, that's nice. All right, before you get in all the way into Little Rock, on the outskirts of Little Rock. So I'm like, oh, that's nice. So I'm talking to him and stuff like that. We was at a pilot. It had a Subway up in there because we sat down to eat. And I was like, well, I gotta do a 30-minute break stuff. So we'll sit down and eat. So we sat down and ate and stuff like that. And so I listened to him talk. Let me tell y'all something. You can learn a lot just by listening. And I was just listening to him talk, and I was saying to myself, that fool crazy. He kind of arrogant, and he a little, what they call that, conceited. He full of bullshit. That's what it is. He full of shit. He full of shit, and he really, really do think he the shit. I don't know. He think he the shit, because I know ain't nobody told him that. If somebody would told him that, or somebody believed what he believed, he wouldn't be single. But let me stop saying it, because I'm single too. But anyway, I'm gonna get to, let me go and finish telling y'all. So I'm listening to him talking, and this how I knew that, see, I'm a nice person, and I'm almost too nice to a fault, because like I can, in a sense, just about get along with anyone, but I don't like to be around people who always criticizing other people. Like, you're always talking down on other people, like you just got everything together. Like me, I know I'm fucked up. I'm freaking crazy. I know I'm crazy, and I'm sure there's many other people out there in the world that's crazy. And so I know I'm at a point in my life where I may be further along than the next person, or someone like I went to school with, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not gonna judge them, because I don't know their story. I don't know what they, just like they don't know my whole story. Only thing they know about me is what I tell them, or what they have seen, or what I have shown them. But we all have secrets, we all have struggles, we all have trying times, and all of that. So I don't put down on anyone else, and I don't, like, if anything, I try to make your day, I try to make you happy. Like, I approach you with a smile and all of that stuff. Like, for the most part, I'm a happy person, and if I'm hurting, I try not to show it, because one, I try not to burden other people with my problems, but two, I don't want to pull them down. I don't want to be like all mad, and they ain't did nothing to me. But anyway, moving on. He's very critical of people. And I'm tell you something, this bastard don't mind saying. Like, this is what I hate. I hate when people who feel as though their finances is top of the line, and like, and his isn't. His is, I'm just basically gonna tell y'all what he be saying. He'll be like, we'll be talking about something or conversation, and Like if he encounters someone else, like even whether it's a guard or someone working in a fast food restaurant or anybody, dispatcher, anybody else, because he quote unquote got his own business, which he do. He started his own company. Everybody on the IC program did. Everybody else is a minimum wage employee. Even if you like a company driver and you could be doing better than us, he's still gonna view you as a minimum wage employee. He try to degrade you because he feel as though he have more than you, and he may not even know your story, just like you don't know his story. But everyone else is a minimum wage employee, and they can't say nothing to him. They're beneath him. That's how he feel, and that's how I know. Y'all, this damn air getting cold on my neck. Hold on, let me take my little things off so I can close this thing. Okay. That damn air cold on my neck. So, that's how he feel, and I'm like, wow, really? Like, no matter who you talking about, okay, I get you disagree with them, but like, you really got to downgrade someone to like a minimum wage employee when you don't know how much they make? Like, you got some people who is doing very well for themselves. Some people, everybody don't show their hand. Let me put it to you that way. You can have a janitor who's worth millions. Everybody don't show their hand. And for you to try to, he tell people that. Ain't that he telling me. He'll tell them, you know what, I'm not going to sit up here and argue with you. I'm not going to say this. Or you can't tell me because you ain't nothing but a minimum wage employee. I'm like, really? You told that to them? Yeah, I told them. I'm like, dang, really? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Like, you like to, like really try to tear a person down, huh? You don't even know their story. You don't know what them people done been through. You don't know what they done come through. You don't know what they going through. And you gonna try to, like, degrade them by saying that? So, anyway, y'all. So it goes on and stuff like that. And I didn't like the fact that he won't, like, I'm not a debater. Well, okay, I sit there and debate with you for a little bit. But once I done said what I had to say, you done said what you had to say, I don't want to talk about it no more. And we disagree on something, okay, cool. To each their own. And I said that to him several times. I'm like, okay, whatever, to each their own. Let's just agree to disagree, because I'm not finna go back and forth. You're not gonna change my mind. I'm not even trying to change your mind. So I'm more happy with agreeing to disagree, and we can move past this, because it would never be that serious. Nah, not him. He wanna go on and on and on. So then I get quiet on the phone. I ain't got nothing to say. And then once he realized he just listening to his self-talk, because I'm probably doing something else, not really paying him no attention. And then he be like, hello, you there? I be like, yeah, I'm here. I hear you talking and stuff like that. Talking about it in my mind, y'all. But anyway, so then go on and stuff like, okay, let me give y'all an example. Like, we got on the topic of salt. Salt, of all things. Salt. And you hear me right. You hear me correct. Salt. So we were talking about salt. And I was saying, I don't even know how this damn conversation started. What was in the conversation? It was something about something, and somehow or another salt come into the mix. It had to be about food. And so then he just took over, and he like, well, I don't use salt, and I don't eat salt, and salt is this, and salt is that, and you gonna die from eating salt. Like, he goes to the extreme for real. Like, you gonna die, and all chefs, the chefs don't use salt. I'm like, hold on now. I look at the Food Network here, can't you tell? I know how to cook. And they use salt. And sometimes the main thing they season their food with is salt and pepper. And so, he goes down and he like, don't use salt. When I told my daddy that you is basically killing me, first of all, you're a grown man. Go in there, cook your own food if you don't want no salt. And then my dad talking about it's not that much salt up in it and this and that. I'm like, really? All this over salt? Okay, I get it. You don't like salt. You don't like salt, that's perfectly fine. I enjoy salt. Now, I don't eat as much salt as some people. Now, me personally, I prefer sea salt. I don't know, it's just something about it. To me, it have a difference in taste. I don't know. But I like sea salt. But plain salt is fine, too. And so, he go on talking about dying and people gonna die and all of that. I read something. I started to tell him that, but I didn't want to carry on the conversation for a long period of time. But I started to tell him that that shit how it go. I heard it somewhere, or I read it somewhere, and where they said that they would rather live happy for, let's just say, 5 years and die. No, they would rather live their life happy and die versus living their life for, say, 50 years unhappy and die anyway. So I started telling him that. Y'all, I don't know how exactly it went, but that's basically the logistics of it. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. I'd rather live happy and die than to live for 100 years and die anyway. So live 100 years unhappy and die anyway. So that's kind of basically how it was. But I ain't say that to him because, y'all, I was trying to end the conversation. So moving on. Like, it was so many different things that we got into. Like, I tell him about how I plan myself, how I do my loads and stuff again. Like, I tell people that's what worked for me. Now, we're all individual. We different. You know, shit. You do what the hell worked for you. But he tried to tell me how to do my shit or how to run my money. No, you can't do that. You can't tell me how to do that. You can't tell me where to go. Then he talking about we should team. No, the hell we shouldn't team. We not teaming nowhere. I'm going to kill your goddamn ass. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. I'm being in the penitentiary because of you. So I'm not going to team with you. No, thank you. That is danger. You send me to the pen. The other fuck you going to have me at. So then it go on, y'all. Let me get to the point where I said this enough. I done had enough of this shit. And keep in mind, I wasn't arguing with him that much, but this one right here, it got me. Let me tell y'all something, I don't judge nobody. Let me rephrase that. I don't put down on people, in a sense. Like, all of this, some people can be very cruel. And some people are very racist. I ain't gonna say both sides, on all sides. And within the same sides, some people are very racist. You got blacks racist against whites racist against blacks racist against Mexicans racist against whoever. You know, yeah. Then you got the ones, or you got whites don't like whites, Mexicans don't like Mexicans, blacks don't like blacks, Asians don't like Asians, and so on and so forth. And I really just don't understand what all that problem is. Like, people arguing over, you know. Anyway, me personally, I try to get along with everybody. I give everybody a fair chance, in a sense. As long as you don't do nothing too crazy, I can deal with you. That's how I am. And I'm not going to tolerate certain things from no one, no matter what color they are. Like, I'm not finna sit up here and listen to no white person talk about no white person nor a black person. I don't want to hear it when you're specifically speaking on their color. You get what I'm saying? Now, if it's something that they did and they just happen to be white, or if they just happen to be black or Mexican or Asian or whatever color, then that's different. But when you calling them out, like, I'm telling you something. I got an auntie who, in a sense, really just don't like black people. I told her, you need to stay the hell away from me, then. You need to stay away from me because I'm black. I'm not going to tolerate the shit from my family. So, I don't want to be a part of that group. Let me put it to you that way. If this is making any sense. So, well, anyway, with him, let me tell you something else about him before I get to that part. That man think I'm stupid. I mean, he really think I'm stupid now. Now, I ain't been to the finest of colleges and all of that stuff. I ain't did none of that. I ain't do none of that. And so everybody would know that because I started driving at the age of 21. I started driving trucks. So, I ain't did all that. But let me tell you something. I ain't no damn dummy either. I'm not stupid. And, like, I don't go off for what someone say. Like I tell y'all, when I tell y'all something, you know, go check it out. That what worked for me. But you need to go verify. You don't let me tell you what to do. Shit. You go do your own research. And so I'm just gonna try to direct you on how you might want to go if I can. Now if I can't, I might attempt it, but this shit might not be right, so you still gonna have to do your own research. So that's how I feel about it. Verify shit, check shit out. So that's how I am. You tell me something, and I'm more like this. Okay, I hear what you're saying, I understand what you're saying, and I may go ahead on with it depending on like where whatever you telling me where it falls at. Now if it's something I feel I might need to go do a little more research on and get my own information, I'm gonna do it. And so, well, anyway, y'all, that fool gonna ask me. He said, what was the last church you went to? I said the closest one to me. That was the one I went to. He said, so you ain't got no certain church you go now? I go to the closest one to me, or whichever one I happen to be at that time. That's the church I go to. And then he was like, oh, okay. Then I said, what's the difference in them? We all talking about the Lord, ain't we? Because no matter which church I go to, if I feel like it don't sound right, I'm going to go look it up myself. That's how I feel personally now. You do what you want to do. I've been to a whole bunch of different churches and stuff. I want to see what people got to say. See if they thinking the same thing I'm thinking. I might learn something. I might learn nothing. Which I guess if I learned nothing, I learned that ain't nothing there for me to learn. So that's just how I feel about it. And so he like, well, they different. And then he was talking about, let me tell you what his difference is. When he said they was different, this fool gonna tell me, basically, they different in how they talk. I'm like, huh? Because I'm like, what the difference is? He said they different in how they, he didn't say the words. Like, I just broke it down. So that's the difference for him in the way that they speak, the way they talk. Because he gonna say, well, you got the churches, you got this church, the what's the church called? The them holy sanctified churches. Oh, they be streaming, they talking tongue and stuff like that. I like, okay, I don't mean I gotta do it. I'm not finna hit the flow. If the Lord ain't come down and touch me, I don't see no need to roll all across this darn floor. Don't be expecting me to catch you either, because I'm not gonna throw my back out. So, what you want me to do? If they won't fall, they can roll clean on out the door. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's between them and God. I come here to hear the message and see what they got to say. Then he said, I don't know, the Catholic or the Methodist, whatever, by how they, basically how they talk. And so he said that, well, it can be dry. Which one did he go to? I think it was Pentecostal or something like that. One of them, I don't know. Then he was talking about like the Baptists, they be up there hollering high and clapping their hands and stuff. So I'm saying basically, because I'm waiting on him to get to the point on like the difference in like maybe they worshiping the devil or something. I don't know. But I just, everything I just told y'all, it was like how the people talk. So I'm like, you go to a church based on how they talk. That's how you go. You crazy. That's what I say. I just go to hear the word. And if the choir sound good, because I listen to all different types of music, I'm change that. No, I don't. I ain't a big fan of like bluegrass and hard rock. But just about anything else I can listen to and enjoy. And so, but yeah, that's what he said about the churches and stuff. And he gonna tell me, he basically trying to tell me what church I should go to. Now I go to whichever one I get in, because all the ones that I have been to, I have enjoyed, because I have went there multiple times. So clearly it was something there that I enjoyed, and usually it's the message. And so far I've been hearing the same, well, I ain't gonna say the same message, but yeah, the same message. And you know, in the sense they're trying to help me and guide me. So I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate. I don't know, maybe y'all can tell me the difference in them. Maybe y'all can tell me the reason why I shouldn't just go to whatever church I feel like going to. Who gonna do that? Who gonna tell me don't go to whatever church I feel like going to? I want to see who's gonna do it. So, well, you got some ain't even thinking about going inside no church for their own reason. I know a guy who chooses not to go to church. He read his Bible, but he says too much go on in church and he don't go to church for all that. And I understand that in some churches I have seen that. I have walked out of churches like when they get up and they be doing the what they call it, like the announcements and stuff, and they'll read out the cards or whatever announcements or whatever that's going on, and then like they'll open the, you know, the door, the floor, whatever, for whoever have any other announcement that they may have missed. And then people get up and they'll start talking church business. Look, I'm a visitor. I ain't come up in here all day. That's not an announcement. Well, ain't none of an announcement for me. Well, some of the announcements good because I may decide to go to this or go to that. But all what y'all doing with y'all money, y'all funds, and all that stuff, or who y'all don't like up in the church, and who y'all think y'all should kick out. See, that's how your business get. Y'all let me stop. I'm just saying, you got some churches like that. I walked out of one church that was doing that. Like, I ain't come up in here for this. Nope. Goodbye. Bye, y'all. Y'all have a good Sunday. Bye. So, anyway, we had a debate about, well, he kind of debated about it. I wasn't going to debate about it. But what I'm at, y'all? I'm at 20 minutes. So, then, we go on. And then what I'm talking about, what he think I'm stupid at. We was talking about, I was talking about give me somewhere to stay. He's talking about I should give me an apartment. I don't want to pay for nothing that ain't gonna be mine no more. So I was like, I may just get me a nice piece of land, about between 2 and 5 acres of land, and may just start out with me a double wide trailer, and then just build up from that. So he, of course, he didn't approve. Like, I need his approval. He didn't approve. So he went on to talk about, well, I should do this and I should do that. And I like, no, I don't want to stay in no subdivision. I don't want to stay in no neighborhood. Mainly because I don't want to be that close to my neighbors. I don't want to be that close to you. And I want to park my truck in my yard. That's why I want. He was like, why you want to bring your truck home? Because it's my damn truck. That's why I want to bring it to the house. But anyway. And then I don't want to pay no HOA. I don't care if that HOA is monthly, what that is, quarterly or annually. I don't care. I don't want to pay no HOA now. And I ain't gonna do it, because even if my house is paid for, you still gotta pay for that. You're gonna pay that HOA for life. And people is having a problem with the HOA people. And so I'm not doing it. And I looked this up and I did my research, but I don't want to be that close to nobody either. But I don't want to pay no HOA, and I don't want nobody to tell me what I can and can't do. And then he got to talk about, well, the value of the trailer decrease. True, it can decrease, and it also can increase. It all depends on what you're willing to do with your home. And then he talking about the resale value. First of all, if I buy, build, or whatever the case may be, me personally, I have no plans for selling. Now, I get people get started homes because they gonna sell, and if they work for you, damn it, that's what you do. I'm talking about for me, like what I want. And so then he was like, because I told him, I said, you can get a house. If you don't take care of it, the value gonna decrease. Like, it's gonna go all the way down. Like, y'all know they be doing these foreclosed homes and stuff like that, and they be trying to do these quick little sales and stuff. Because the value going down. You got to buy as is. And then you got to sink all this money into it. The value of that house don't went down. Yeah, you can put into that house and then increase the value, but still it goes down. So basically what I'm saying, if no matter what you get, it can be just some plain land. If you don't take care of the land itself, the value can decrease on it. That's just how things work. You have to be willing to take care of your stuff. And then, so that's how I am. Then plus me, I ain't really worried about that because I ain't never gonna sell. It's never my intention to sell. Now, some people have started homes, and I don't knock nobody if that's what they want to do. And if you want to live in a subdivision or whatever and pay a HOA and all of that stuff, I don't knock nobody for that either, because some people be like, well, you know, you have neighbors and they watch your house, and okay, cool, that's fine. Y'all do what you want to do. You do that. I don't want to do it. That's what I'm saying. So he could argue with me, well, let me explain to you what HOA. Before we went through all that, he was like, well, let me explain to you what HOA is. I can educate you on something. I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck you? I know enough about HOA to know I don't want it. So clearly, I done did my research on it. If I'm telling you all this stuff, but he's like, well, I was in the real estate business, so I can tell you. Ain't shit you can tell me that's gonna cause me to change my mind. And that's when he went into, well, your neighbor can go buy a bus and paint it purple and parking in their front yard, and you decide to sell your house, that the value of your house is gonna go down. And I'm like, what part of the fact that I ain't never got no intentions of selling? And me personally, You can have this house right here in this neighborhood on this lot, and I can have this house over here all by itself, beautiful landscape, sitting on 5 acres of land in a great area. You know, it's not messed up, and I still could end up with more than you. I could have a double wide sitting on mine that I done bricked in and everything, and possibly still could get more than you. And you in the neighborhood with HOA. Now that's just how I see things. It's different strokes for different folks. For someone who wants 5 acres of land and a nice double wide bricked in, if I ever decide to sell, which I wasn't gonna stop at a double wide, but I'm like, if I want to just put a roof over my head, have a home somewhere I can go to when I go on vacation, I don't feel like traveling anywhere, then I figure a nice double wide trailer. And of course I put my own little touches on it. And because the way how they making them now, they're actually building them better, a lot better. And I did my research on that. So anyway, he go on and stuff like that. But them tell y'all what he got me at. Them have to tell y'all this. This fool gonna tell me this. This what he gonna say, y'all. He gonna say, and this word I just said, fuck this shit, I ain't got time for you no more, because you just crossed the line. That's that reefer over there. He gonna tell me, well, black people is the reason for HOA. I said, huh? He said, yeah, black people is the reason for HOA. Where the fuck you get that shit from? That black people is the reason for HOA. You tell a goddamn lie. Black people isn't the reason for HOA. Neighbors from hell is the reason for HOA. And neighbors from hell, if you ever had one, they come in all colors. Those are the reason for HOA. And then, so anyway, y'all know once I said that, it was cutthroat then, because we went at it and I didn't back down. Now this when I'm arguing with him. I was going there and I was telling him about himself and I was going off on him, and I don't appreciate that. Being, you know, for him to say that to me, I don't like that. You don't say that to me. And it's not that just that he said black people is the reason for HOA. He could have said white people is the reason, or any other race is the reason for HOA, and I would have told him the same damn thing. Ain't no one race the reason for HOA. You kiss my ass with that bullshit. It's the crazy ass neighbors from hell is the reason for HOA. And in every race, you got crazy motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what color you is. You got crazy some bitches. They might be the reason for HOA. I think it's a money thing, because these people done got crazy with this HOA. I was looking at this one thing when I was doing my research on, and I'm finna get off here. I was doing my research on HOA. This one man, he was in the military, and he bought his house, and I think he's white. I don't know what color, that don't even matter. He bought his house, paid cash for it. It was gonna be his retirement home. He overseas, serving our country, serving his country, probably praying to God that he actually make it back to this house. So he wasn't able to send his HOA dues in, because I think he had to pay monthly. He wasn't able to send them in all the time on time, with understanding he overseas. So the people foreclosed on his house paid for, and he paid cash for. Then I saw, meanwhile, while I was doing my research on that, I saw that, what's his name, the actor, Steven Seagal. He was having problems with his HOA people and stuff like that. And this one, them motherfuckers down there in Houston gone crazy with them HOA stuff. My cousin right now having problems with her HOA people, and the man, he way over there in China somewhere, where they don't never see him. He built that subdivision up. These people buying them houses and stuff like that. He still getting money off of simply for the HOA in a sense. He still get a cut off of it, because they can't change it for however long, or whatever he said is, that's what it's gonna be. So but yeah, anyway, y'all, so that right there did it for me. That did it for me. I'm like, no, I can't. You like to put down on people. I can't do this no more. And so I just went in on him, and I let him have it for all races. I let his ass have it, and I think he couldn't take the heat, because he hung up the goddamn phone. And you think I dialed him back? Hell no. I done said everything I got to say. Goodbye and good riddance. Don't call me no motherfucking more. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm gonna do y'all another video, but not right now, because I gotta go to bed. And so that's that story. But I got some more stuff I'm gonna tell y'all So, anyway, yeah, that's 30 minutes. So we'll talk to y'all later, all right? Bye.